for the internal. Yeah. Yay! And we're live testing.
Oh, this is crazy.
This is a creator camp exclusive. Shy Guy's first time.
Oh my gosh.
Is this your first time speaking as Shy Guy
No,
in this area? Okay. So we didn't get that one.
but it's rare.
It's very rare. So we're getting a massive exclusive here. But yeah, I've come down to the middle of nowhere in Illinois to spend a few days with Zach. I've known for a little bit. And I think the biggest thing that I think about when I first discovered what you were creating and just like this whole persona of Shy Guy was just how Midwest it feels. And I think being here, being here over like just we're literally we're under a street light, which is with a Shy Guy special right here. But I wanted to kind of go through starting with, you've obviously spent your entire life in the Midwest in kind of the middle of nowhere now that I've seen it. How does that sort of environment lead to you having kind of like a creative upbringing, or like, because when people think of like the middle of nowhere, when people think about art and creativity, most people are going to think like New York, LA, or like, Paris or something like that. Not a lot of folks, at least that I've met as well, have been from, the middle of nowhere in the country. Yeah, just take me through growing up here and when you first got into creating art, videos, whatever it was.
I don't know. I guess like being in the Midwest, you know the vibe. It's like nobody's really doing creative stuff. It's like everything's so structured here. It's not like, I don't live in a big town, so it's like, you finish high school, you go to college, get a job, boom, that's your life. And like, it's scary to do that, but like, I just have always felt like there's been something deeper in me that's different than everybody else. Like, I feel like I'm weirder than most people here. Like, in some parts I feel like I don't fit in well, but I don't know. I think a big part of it is that drive to just be different.
Mm-hmm. When did that first begin for you?
I was like a little iPad kid. I was like a little iPad kid, and I would grind Casey Neistat. Yeah. Like he was my gateway drug into all the YouTube stuff. And then I had that little YouTube channel. I did start a little secret YouTube channel. I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 13. And then, I don't know, cameras just got my attention. They just always dragged me in. And I just love looking at things. I love looking at cool shit. I don't know.
Well, I feel like it's interesting even being here, seeing your creative process of like, it is so specific. When and I've had the privilege of being able to talk to a lot of people or meet a lot of people, and their schedules are different, their processes are different. But I feel like yours is so specific of like, you'll wake up a little late, just kind of chill out, like relax, maybe work on a few projects, but it's kind of at night where you begin really coming out, filming a lot of stuff, and you see it in kind of the style of what you create, and what you put out.
I'm like the new age Batman.
Yeah, literally at night, Shy Guy comes out. And I'm curious, like, take me through, like, okay, so you grew up middle of nowhere, started creating content, worked on a little YouTube channel. When did the persona of Shy Guy come out, or when did you start kind of crafting in this new era of what you're creating?
It all started with this one video with the song Resonance. That's still like my all-time favorite song. Everybody knows it. It's so good. And then I caught on to match cutting. I thought that whole concept of match cutting was so cool. So then I literally I got a cheap little used camera for Christmas, and I was like, dude, I want to try this TikTok stuff. So I went out on a freezing cold night. Coyotes are going crazy. Bro, that is how deep we are right now. I hope the mic picks that up. We're surrounded by coyotes right now. But yeah, and then I just went out on a freezing cold night and just took a video of me like walking. That's so crazy. Getting a video of me walking, and just match cutted that, and then it like got like 20,000 likes on TikTok. It was like my first like legit post.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, Mom, I made it.
And what year was this? When was this around?
This was like my senior year of high school. No, that was junior year of high school. I was a little young and I had long hair and everything. Wow, that's a long time ago. Wait, that's actually a long time ago.
No, you're starting to feel old, bro.
Yeah.
You're starting to feel old.
I don't know, and then I just kind of fell in love with the stylistic choices like match cutting, and then I started to dive deep into color grading and just everything around editing, and I don't know, I just started to really enjoy it. Just felt like my thing.
At one point, does it go from, okay, hey, I'm just picking up this camera and doing this thing, to like, okay, this is my thing? And was it like that first time of like posting something on TikTok and just, you know, maybe it is that external validation, does really well. Maybe it's like in the process it clicks. But at what point did you go from, you think like Zach just in high school to like, oh, this is my thing and I'm gonna do this for a while?
It was definitely college, honestly, cause you know I was like making videos every now and then through high school, and then when I got to college, I took a break to focus on school, aka just mess around in college, and I started to like actually do schoolwork and just like see my surroundings, see all the people around me, and I just like hated it so much. Like every little rebellious kid, they just hated college, and like the only thing that felt right, the only thing that was working was these videos. Like that's the only thing I would feel for. Like coming up with these ideas and going out late at night with a friend or two, shooting these videos. It was like my release. It's like what I needed when I was at school. And then yeah, that was just the tipping point.
You kind of talk about also this. I thought this was really interesting. So Zach and I were having a conversation of like, we're talking about your next YouTube video that's coming out, and we're like a little teaser right there. But we're talking and we're like, okay, like Zach, I wanted to challenge you to like maybe you talk in a video, maybe you kind of make this video longer. But something that stood out to me was like, you're like, that's the whole point of the shy guy persona, is to never talk but kind of show through these abstract videos what you're feeling, or maybe displaying your emotions in a raw form. Take me through like what the shy guy persona is, because I feel like in this age, at least for even me, like based on a lot of what I create, like the persona that I put online is very similar to who I am. Obviously it can't be one for one. There are probably differences here and there, but for the most part I try to display my life as I am. But you're in this cool place where it's almost like an abstract like projection of yourself and your emotions. Is that how you see it, or how do you see the shy guy persona as?
It's like it's a weird spot, because it's like I don't know. Well, with the talking thing, I like don't like talking in my videos because I like building things out visually. And honestly, I feel like personally, like I'm not a good storyteller. I'm bad with words. Like you see me stumble upon my words a bunch. And I just like making people feel things through visuals rather than, you know, saying something. I think it's just a more complex concept, and it's just something I'm better at doing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I feel like everyone has that when they watch your videos for the first time. It's like, yo, this is the craziest thing.
It's like the whole goal. It's like, you know, I dig these emotions from deep down inside of me to, you know, make this little 20-second video. You know, I like spend a whole week and focus my whole life on this video. Like that's really what it is. Like I take a whole week and I put every focus I can into this video. And I think just by doing that, it works. Like that comes out in the final product. And I don't know, I want to make people feel stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to find that nowadays, especially on social media. And like I want to keep things clean, because like the route that things are going, nothing is like it's just, I don't know, it kind of sucks. Like nothing is original anymore. Everything's just brain rot bullshit. I hate it so much. Like I'm never on social media, and when I catch myself on social media, it's awful. It's a horrible feeling, and I don't want people to feel guilty for, you know, scrolling through. Maybe they find my video and they're like, all right, I'm set. I'm good for the night. I'm gonna do what I have to do. It's like a pit stop. It's like in Dark Souls. You know Dark Souls, like the campfire? Yeah, it's like that. It's like take some time to rest.
That's the Shy Guy video. It's the Dark Souls pit stop. Do you think that same feeling is why, because also to that same note of you being very specific about your, you know, creative direction, that sort of thing, you're also very specific of like, I'm not gonna compromise my vision. And it's interesting, a lot of times we talk about like the artist and business spectrum, and like I'm probably somewhere in the middle, and right now in my life leaning more towards the business side. Some of my other friends are more on the artist side. I feel like you're very much fully on that artist side. And it's interesting, like if it's not something you want to create and fully authentically care about creating, it's like you have such a strong sense of not compromising.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think a big reason is because a lot of my favorite, like all my work on my Shy Guy page, it's my stuff. Like that's my art. And like I've noticed a trend when I do work for clients or directing other things that isn't 100% me. I just like, it's so hard to feel passionate about it. No matter how cool the project is, this and that, it just like, it doesn't feel me. You know, money gets involved. Other brains come onto the project and they start throwing in their ideas. It sounds selfish of me, but like that's what it is. Like I want everything I make to be like a fragment of myself. And it's hard to do that with, you know, when you broaden out a little bit.
Yeah. And I respect that a lot, because I've always thought that if you live at either end of the spectrum, like all the way, it's going to be way harder for you. Like it's just how it is. Like people who are fully on the business side, it's like kind of what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
People who are fully on the artist side, it's like there's a level of delusion
I think that's a big reason for my success as well.
Yeah.
Because hopefully people see me as an artist. And I want to see myself as an artist. That's the biggest thing. Like, you know, if I'm pumping out all these brand deals, this and that, and just become a sellout, I'm not going to see myself as an artist anymore. And I'm sure like the stuff I'd make after that is just it's not going to be up to par as the rest of the stuff, because it's just going to kind of get washed out.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think like even myself, I very much started on YouTube as like fully on the artist side. And then the past year, like realizing, oh crap, I have to be a professional creator. I have to compromise in this aspect. It's hard, man. And I feel that same exact thing. Like you'll put out something that you're not fully proud of. And I feel like that feeling hurts so much. And it's something that I've had to learn to compromise with. But to your point, what do you think? Do you think that's realistic for creatives to strive towards, like, hey, let's not compromise until a tipping point happens where like kind of people go towards, okay, this person's doing something really cool. Let's work with their creative vision. Or is that just a hill you're going to die on?
I hope it's a hill I'm going to die on. But like, I can't lie. Sometimes it sucks. Like, I do make compromises by having this whole artist persona and this whole artist mindset, because, you know, you got to make money to live. You got to make money to live. And like, I feel like in a way I'm like living the hippie broke artist life. So if anybody has like a lot of money that they just have sitting around, no, I'm just kidding.
He's not kidding.
But no, it's like, I don't recommend it, honestly. Yeah. It's cool to call yourself an artist, but find ways to make money. Find ways, like, most people aren't gonna make it. Yeah. Like, all respect to you, but most people aren't gonna make it as a full-on artist. I don't think I've even made it. Like, I'm in the trenches right now, bro.
We're in the middle of Illinois. getting swarmed by random insects.
Yeah, dude.
underneath
Like
the
this
parking
is
lot.
literally my life. Like if you want to be seen as an artist, seen as like, man, I want to be an artist one day. Like I want to be. This is it. This is all you get.
Yeah. What makes it worth it for you then?
I don't know. I like making shit. It's cool. It just feels like it's my thing. Like I don't have anything else. I really don't. Like I don't know. Like I dropped out of school. I mean, obviously I could go back to school, but why would I do that? You know, but like this is all I have, honestly. And like I just, not that I want to go all in, like I need to go all in. Like I have to. Like I feel it in my soul. Like I have to go all in on this.
Yeah. 100%. I'm going to take, okay, we do this little segment where I pull up some of your old posts here. And I want you, so I have 3 videos. These are all on the Shy Guy page. At different points in your life.
Didn't you?
I went deep.
Oh, no.
And so essentially I want you to watch each of these videos and then tell me where you were at in life when you posted each of them. So I'll click on the first one here. This is the first one here. This is captioned "I'm back."
Oh my God! Wait.
With the buzz cut, the match cutting at every angle, a little 360.
This was my comeback.
Be different.
Like I was saying, this was college. This was like when I took a big break from videos, going into college.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, damn, like I should pick it back up. Like I kind of miss making videos.
So up till that point, like, what was your following like? Like how many videos had you made before you ended up going to college and taking that little break?
Well, I think college, yeah, like everything was very experimental back then. It was like, there was a video of me and my friends at this waterfall, at this river, and it was like, and the caption was, and it "go outside" flashed on the screen. Yeah. That was my big little niche for a little bit. It would be like a cool little visuals, and then some text pop up and like leaving a message.
I mean, even this one, it says "be different."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It just started to develop.
So going back to this video, did you make it while you were in college? Or?
Yeah, that was
cool.
That was at my school's parking garage. That's like the only place we shot videos.
Yeah.
We milked the parking garages. Yeah, I just had that urge. Like, there was obviously a lot of pressure because I was like, I don't want to let this go. I think I was probably at like around 50K followers or something, which was like pretty solid. It's pretty cool. And then I just had this pressure and this internal urge to just go out. It's like I need to film something. So that's kind of like a test.
That was Shy Guy in college. Next one is called Fog.
Ooh, this is a
January 5th,
heater.
2023.
This is a
The signature match cutting, walking away from the frame.
Oh my goodness.
I think what the coolest thing is, you can see like your progression so quickly of like, there's a point where it's like, oh, this is a Shy Guy video. And I think it's purely because you live here. And it's like
100%.
This is like what you have. This is your canvas. And that's going back to that point of like, when I first saw this, I was like, well, this feels so familiar to me because I grew up in Michigan. I grew up in the Midwest. But you can kind of feel that style. So where were you at?
That was
when you posted this video.
I was still in college. That was Christmas break.
Mm-hmm.
Came back home, seen all my friends. Was it Christmas break? Yeah, I think so. And I was at my friend's house, and I came back home. It was like midnight. I was going back home, and then it was so foggy outside. Like sometimes this area just gets blessed with fog. And then I was like, wow, I need a film right now. And then I was like, I had no idea, no like prep, anything. I went home, it was like midnight, grabbed my camera, and I just went out and drove around and found these cool spots. I was like, I'm just going to bring back the OG video with resonance playing, and I'm just going to match cut it. And then that was like my first huge video. And I think that video was like the building block to like the current style. Because I just think I love fog so much.
Was there So I feel like you're both growing in terms of like getting these videos better and in your style, and then also like numbers wise, people are following you, people are starting to pay attention. Was that kind of the point where you're like, hey, or where was a point where you're like, okay, I can drop out of college to make these videos? Like, was there a moment where that idea crossed your mind? Because it seems very much like,
Well, I never thought of dropping out of college. It was I thought I was gonna stay in college and this was just gonna be something I do on the side. And then the followers started building up. School started getting a lot more difficult and stressful. And then I started to get when I started getting opportunities outside of like the videos, and people started reaching out to me because of the videos. Like there's this one job I did. I got flown to DC to shoot this event. I was still in school. Like I took off classes to go to this event. It was like an event. Like it had nothing to do with my account. It was just like a military event. Like, yeah, I was just there. I was just some young kid.
like a
with
U.S.
camera.
government, like
Yeah, it was weird.
like department.
No, it was crazy.
What?
I met someone from the Pentagon there, and like people building jets.
What?
And like being at that event, I was alone in DC.
Yeah.
They got me this nice hotel. I was like, oh my god. I remember calling my mom. I was like, Mom, this is it. Like I swear, Mom, I was like, Mom, this is like the first thing. Imagine like what else comes. And then I got back to school. Getting back to school after that trip was awful. It was like, boom, back to reality. I was like, why does this have to be my life?
Yeah, is that kind of so that's when the wheels start turning. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I might have to drop out. I might have to try to pursue this thing. I'm
And
not
then
sure where it's going.
I think that
but-
motivated me even
Yeah.
more. Just like having a crazy opportunity like that. Like I remember I was like a big wig to all my friends when that happened. I was like,
Wait,
look
so
at
you're
me.
like shooting like fighter jets? Like, what's going?
No, it was
Can
like
you even
it was
talk
like
about
it was
this?
like I don't know. I don't know.
This
dude.
sounds very NDA to me.
No, it was
They're watching right now. Bro.
there was like some big wig people. There was Navy SEALs there. It was like an event where it was like a summit event. There's Navy SEALs
Yeah.
there. There's someone from the Pentagon. People from NASA.
Yeah.
Just like an
And
event.
you're just
networking
shooting like
thing.
a video for the event.
Yeah, just like a
type
little event recap.
thing? Why have I never heard this?
Just an event recap.
Bro found the aliens.
No, I still talk to that guy to this day.
Yeah,
He's super cool.
Yeah. Dang. All right, so you end up thinking about dropping out. You go to DC.
Yep.
You're kind of on your way out, thinking that there might be more to this. And this video, everyone knows this video.
Oh.
The dragonfly video.
This video.
Insane.
Take me back, man. I feel like there's a good story behind that. It was. So that's when I already dropped out of college. I think that was right after the summer where all my friends went back to school, and I was just out here. And like life was kind of weird dropping out of college. All my friends were gone, and then I hadn't posted in a while, and then I found that song "Dragonfly" by Dana and Alden. I was like, I need to shoot something for this. And honestly, I went out with no idea whatsoever. And I listened to that song on repeat like the whole time I was shooting. And I kind of just set up the camera and went. Like there was really no thought process behind it. And I just like, I don't know, I was like low-key so lonely. I was like honestly kind of lonely and sad when I was shooting it. And I think somehow those emotions just came out on the video. And it just made itself.
Yeah.
Like weirdly enough, like it sounds so corny.
Do you feel like that's how most of your shots are like? I know now you kind of think through a lot more, but it seems like it's very much an emotions thing. Like it's just pure
Yeah.
emotion. And like you can't really explain where that emotion becomes actual shots or actual, it's a pure feeling thing. Do you feel like a lot of it is intuition?
Yeah, I think I'm big on the subconscious mind. I sound like a nerd right now, dude. The subconscious mind. No, but like genuinely, I think your subconscious mind is so powerful when it comes to creating things. Like with what you consume every day and just your whole thought process throughout the day and the month and the year. So it's like I honestly just like trust my subconscious mind sometimes. Like a lot of the times I say I need to level up the next video. I need to like go even harder on the next video and make it 10 times better than the other one. And then I just realize I hype myself up. I'm like, I have an ego. Like, I'm so fucking good at what I do. Like, I know no matter what, this next video is going to be crazy. And, like, I keep telling myself that over and over and over again. And I think it works. I think it works. It's like, I just tell myself I'm that guy. It's okay to have an ego. I hope. Like, it's okay to tell yourself, like, I'm a badass. Like, I can do whatever I want.
I mean, I feel like we all have those moments in an edit where you like, whether it's like a sequence or you do something, and you might just like jump up and freak out, you know? I feel like I've had so many of those moments where like, holy crap, I'm the best at this.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Those things just happen.
Yeah.
They happen when they need to.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, there's been so many times where like we go out to record something and then, oh, this doesn't match up with this, yada yada, or I'm in the timeline editing, and then things will just fall into place a different way that just work out so perfect. I'm just like, whatever, like it was meant to be. I don't know.
Then I guess this is my thought now, is like, so much of that creative process is intuition. Do you feel like that makes it hard to be consistent or like really stay disciplined with things?
100%.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest thing. Like I'm so bad at being consistent because it's like I really try and dig deep to find things. Like I really try to be as authentic as possible.
You can't force it. If it's a
it.
feeling
Yeah.
thing, you can't force it at all.
Force
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Like my favorite videos that I've made and the ones that have done the best as well are ones that literally have just come to me. Like maybe some crazy thing has happened in my life. Like, and then it just happens. Like the thought just comes to me like that. And I don't know how to explain it, but you're right. It does just have to, it just has to come to you. So it's so hard to be consistent. Because right now it's just like, I feel like I'm in a dead space right now with things going on. So
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by dead space?
Because it's like I'm just waiting for a strong emotion, you know? Like, honestly, I feel like I'm at a point where I, like, chase things. Like, chase these emotions. Like, whether it's a girl or just something crazy. I feel like I chase them just so I can get some sort of strong feeling and emotion. Yeah. Like I listen to a lot of sad music. Yeah. Because like
I've noticed we're just chilling in the car. We're just listening to Minecraft music.
Even at the gym too.
Yeah, at the gym. We're doing like so we went to the gym today and we're doing like
gauntlet.
Farmer
The gauntlet.
Bro, he put me through the gauntlet. It's this like circuit of dips, then like push-ups on the upside down semicircle bouncy ball thing. I don't know what you call that. Then we did farmer walks or whatever.
Bro, you just leaked my whole method. Everybody's gonna be ripped now.
And if you want to get ripped, just do that every day. But we're just listening to like, what is it, Present by Lloyd?
Yeah, man. And like, I should have wrote some stuff. I really should have locked in with that. Because I felt like I had something going there.
You ever feel like it gets exhausting? Because when I first started making videos on TikTok, it was mostly like spoken word stuff, and it was getting into that like heavily emotional state. But at a certain point, it felt extremely exhausting to keep pulling from that.
Oh no, it sucks.
Yeah, like,
oh, it fucking sucks, bro. Like I feel like I am always pressuring myself to think of something or write something. Like my notes app is stupid crazy, just full of random ideas. Just because throughout the day, I can't stop thinking about it. Like, I can't stop thinking about the next big idea. Or I can't listen to music anymore without enjoying it. Because everything I do is revolved around music. And, like, when I listen to music, it's just, like, I have to think of an idea of something, or just, like, my brain just works in a way where I have to think of something. Which sucks.
What scares you right now the most about going down this path, about the future? Because you've always been someone who, at least from what I tell, has been very strong in the statement of like be different, even in the creative space. Like I feel like you are different in that regard of like, hey, I realized I had to compromise and do these things this way, and maybe other people are doing things this way, but you're very much like, this is my way, this is my path I'm going. So in that way, I feel like you seem pretty okay with kind of leading into that uncertainty, but what's kind of scaring you right now in terms of the future, where everything's at?
How long can I really do this? And like, what path am I going on? Because to be honest, I'm literally like, I'm like that one video, bro. I'm just walking in the fog. Like, I'm just letting things fall into place. But it's like, where will I end up? Like, maybe there's a chance that I'll just be completely broke and be begging on the sidewalk. And maybe there's a chance I'll be like super successful, this and that in the future. I don't know. That's the biggest fear right now. It's just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. But like, I think it's, at the same time, that's kind of cool. Because not a lot of people can live their life saying, I don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of people have their life paved out for them, which is sweet, which I'm sure that's a blessing, but I think the mystery is kind of exciting in a way, you know? It gives you a reason to push a little bit harder. Delusional optimism, bro.
Delusional optimism. We're on the last like farmer walk, and Zach's like, "Yo, we gotta do another
One more lap.
One more lap."
And it was a
My arms
breeze.
are
It was
dead.
easy.
No, that was hard.
It was hard, but we did it.
It's that delusional optimism.
We did it.
Yeah. On a lighter note, I have some insights from spending some time with you. There are a few things. First is, explain to me why you shower with eggs.
Bro.
This needs to be out there.
I take a very holistic approach on my lifestyle. And I don't believe in shampoo or conditioner, okay? I'm gonna say straight up, I don't believe it.
Yo, he smells crazy.
Bro, shut up. Bro, you cannot be doing this. You're taking my mysterious aura away. This sucks. But no, I don't believe in shampoo or conditioner. I use they're not the egg whites. What's the other part? The yellow.
Egg yolk?
Yeah, I use egg yolks in my hair as a conditioner. And then I top it off with some olive oil. And it's really good for you. And you should try it out yourself. Don't knock it till you try it. All right, next question.
Crazy.
Another
Another thing I've noticed
controversial.
just these last few days is your obsession with Magic the Gathering.
Bro.
Tap me into that world. Because I feel like Magic's something like everyone's heard of, but it has like a cult following. The people that get into it get it. Like I've been telling Zach this whole week, like, let's go to Walmart, I'll buy some packs, like I'll see what's up. But he's trying to like steer me away because he thinks it's a slippery slope because man is addicted to Magic the Gathering. But
So it's like, I'm trying to think. It's like, it's like riding a bike, right? You know, when you're young, you look at this bike, you're like, damn, that's scary. I'm never going to be able to ride a bike. And you put in the reps, you learn how to ride a bike, and riding a bike is just so cool. That is Magic the Gathering. Because it's daunting at first. It was literally a few weeks ago. That's how crazy it is. It takes over your life, dude. Literally a few weeks ago. And I was like, hey guys, let's start playing Magic the Gathering. Let's mess around. So we got some cards. Took one night to learn how to play. Next day, we're at the card shop getting more cards.
that's crazy.
I hope there's a helpline that I could call. Because it literally takes over your whole thought process. Like, I need to build a better deck. I need to get more cards. You're always on eBay.
It's
looking
also
at
pay to
cards.
win, apparently.
Yeah, because you need cards to win. It's like chess with a million pieces.
Mm. But you can buy better chess
But
pieces.
There's some good chess pieces out
That's
there.
crazy.
So basically, anybody that's watching, please do not get into Magic the Gathering unless you want to sell your soul.
Yo, send Magic the Gathering boxes to
Please
Bourbon A,
DM me if you have Magic cards. Actually, please DM me.
Yo, hit this man up.
Oh, this is awesome. We should do this more.
So I think another thing that was kind of brought up, which was interesting, you told me this in Austin like a few months ago, maybe a little longer than that, was about your head injury and how that kind of impacted the way you saw the world or like your creativity, which is like a story out of like, it's like some tech CEO or super successful person like telling the story. It's like just getting blessed by God, but like obviously it's a really scary situation.
Yeah. It's like how Steve Jobs has his, oh, I took psychedelic story and now I'm a genius.
Yeah. It's literally along those lines, and I thought it was just super interesting. I don't know, and also someone's just blasting. That's crazy. Just blasting the horn. We're out here. Yeah. Also, I feel like this does not represent how crazy the spot is, but yeah, we're getting swarmed right now. But do you feel like, I don't know, because you told me there was kind of a Zach before that injury and kind of what happened there, and then there's a Zach after, and it changed the way maybe you looked at creativity. Do you think about that a lot?
No, I don't really think about it anymore, but yeah, basically just as like a rundown, it was like, it's like going into my junior year of high school. I fell off a skateboard at this park, got a traumatic brain injury. I like lost my memory for like a month, lost my taste and smell. And like honestly just so lucky to be alive. Like a grade 4 concussion, multiple abrasions in my brain. And like I just feel like after that, it just like I feel like my brain thought different. Like I honestly like didn't feel the same. Like I feel like in a way I was like more sad. It sounds bad, but like I just feel like something changed. And I don't like I can't like 100% confirm that it helps me with my creativity, but I feel like it's an aspect. Cuz I just feel like I don't think the same anymore. I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird to me. Like I don't remember any of it. That's the crazy part.
That's fucking scary,
The
dude.
the craziest part is like I don't remember it to a point where like I really didn't suffer that much just because I didn't remember it.
But also, I feel like it's that thing where people have maybe like near-death experiences or very traumatic experiences. It's like, I don't know. It definitely rewires the way you look at the world.
You ever heard the red light story?
No.
Dude, okay. Can I tell the story?
Yeah.
I saw this on another podcast, but I was like imagining if this happened to me, okay? But so there's this guy, he was in college. He met this beautiful woman. They fell in love instantly. They moved into a house together, had some kids, had a dog. Just like a textbook life. White picket fence, all that jazz. Life was perfect. And then one night, he's sitting in the living room watching a football game, watching the game. He looks over in the corner, and this lamp is like, the base of it is blurry. It's a red lamp, and it's blurry at the bottom. The top is fine, whatever. So he just keeps looking at the lamp. He's like, what's going on? All right. And then he walks over the lamp. It's still blurry. Whatever. So his wife gets home. He doesn't tell her because he thinks he's going crazy. Next day, he takes off work because he knows he's going a little crazy. Because
I feel like I have
this
heard
lamp
this.
is still blurry. And eventually he tells his wife, and she starts freaking out. And I'm pretty sure they call the cops on him, right? Just because he's going crazy, because his lamp is still blurry and he's just fixated on it. He's just like in awe of this blurry lamp. And then eventually he wakes up and he is at a football game, right? In high school. Turns out he was unconscious for 10 seconds and lived a whole life. He lived a whole life in those 10 seconds. His brain created this whole imaginary life.
He can remember the whole life.
He remembers the whole thing. And so like he was like in love. He had a family and like a dog. Like a true like deceivable life. So now he has to live with that like that dread every day that he doesn't have that family anymore. I was imagining like what if that happened to me?
There's a second Shy Guy
Like, what
universe
if-
out there. Yeah.
Bro, like what if I was knocked out and like I saw some crazy shit? And it all comes to me subconsciously, like I was saying earlier. I don't know.
Yo,
I'm
chill,
getting,
bro.
I'm getting
Yo,
weird.
chill. I'm sleeping in your house
I'm
tonight,
getting
bro.
weird. But no, I thought that story was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But no, that didn't happen to me. I just thought that was a cool story.
Oh, you're freaking me out.
No, it is like it's getting dark, bro.
So what do you see as next for Shy Guy? What do you see as next? I know a lot of like the skills you've been picking up. You've been directing, working on different shoots. I know that's been fun for you. But if you could, what does the next year look like for you? Or what's exciting for you right now?
Exciting. I'm expanding the domain into long form. Little test trial. We'll see what happens. Hopefully more directing. I enjoy directing. I think it's super cool. I think directing itself, being on set, directing a music video, whatever it is, I think is so fun, and you just get in this flow state like crazy. Like directing those music videos, like I was so locked in for literally 48 hours straight. Like I haven't felt that in so long. So definitely more directing, whether it's music videos, short films, whatever. If they're cool, hopefully I'll do it. And maybe like a little short film. I don't know. I want to expand a little bit more. I know I can't do the short form stuff forever. So it's kind of just like about expanding and see what works
Yeah.
and what I like the most.
Do you feel that pressure to like expand past the short form stuff
Yeah.
you've been doing?
I don't think it's even external pressure too. I think it's all kind of internal. Cause like I don't want to be seen as, the short form goblin my whole life,
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like almost in a sense too, like people like you and Nick, you've almost like maximized what you can do with, and maybe that's wrong.
Yeah.
But like I feel like
We're short form maxing right now.
literally every second, every frame you.
No, it's actually
really
getting so absurd.
perfect.
Like with how articulate things are getting. Like it literally feels like I'm going frame by frame with short form. And it's like a crazy attention to detail that I don't know how long I can hold it.
What's your best advice for someone wanting to get to where you're at or wanting to create something that moves people?
Think hard. Think hard enough to where you have to be original and put yourself in your work. Try not to conform to anything and find what works. Make stupid shit. Create art even if it's bad. Shout out Ethan Tran. Make shit. Keep making stuff until you find something that works for you. Until you find something that when you make it, when you're doing it, whether it's painting, I don't know, any sort of art, whenever you're doing it, you'll feel it. Like I feel like you probably know the same thing. I think for your video for the Irrational Lover, I know you felt it on that video. And I could see that. Like it's just like keep putting in those reps and find something that works and you will know. Trust your gut.
Yeah. I often think it's more about your antenna for like the feeling than anything else, like the taste or whatever that is. Because if your taste is good, then in time you're just gonna be able to create things that like move people.
Yeah, it's like cuz all the videos I make, they start with the song. They start with the music. And like I'm very peculiar with what I listen to.
How long does it take you? Do you have like a playlist you go down? Like how long does it take you to find that song? Does it just kind of come up randomly? Like
Spotify Discover Weekly. That's like I'm like religious towards that, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Every Monday.
Every Monday. Every
yeah,
Monday.
I do the same. Exactly.
Every Monday morning, headphones in. It's like my meditation, my like start of the week meditation, and I will just like really focus hard on these songs. If it's like bad off the first 10 seconds, I'll skip. Like, but I don't know. It's just like try and take in stuff that you feel. Like, be very particular with what you're consuming. Like, don't scroll on TikTok and Instagram all day, or else you're cooked. Like, you're not gonna come up with any good ideas. You might, but I don't know. Read a book. It's I don't know. It's simple. Go outside too. That's a big one.
That's the original Shy Guy.
That's a big
Shy
one.
Guy
No,
special right
that's
there.
a big one
Go
because
outside,
like
yeah.
I don't know. So many ideas come from my day-to-day stuff. Like literally driving down a street and I see something, and then like something so niche and random, like maybe like a cool composition, and I was like, damn, maybe if I had my camera that would be sick. Boom, that's a thought. That's an idea. And just like a random encounter with a stranger. Talk to people. Yeah. It's very interesting talking to random people. Like in the sauna.
Like the sauna.
Like
what'd you call
sauna
it?
captain?
Sauna captain?
Yeah. Like there's this guy at our gym called the sauna captain, and like it was like a whole mini story.
That was crazy. That felt like a whole
fun.
Skyrim conversation.
It's fun
but
talking
I have
to
noticed
random
that about
people.
you. I feel like you do that a lot. Yeah.
Like I love messing with people. Like it's getting to a point where it's kind of getting weird, but like mess around, like talk to people. This guy went on this whole like 15-minute rant about how he almost got banned from the gym because he was pouring water on the sauna. And like in my head, that was such an epic and fun story. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just yapping right now.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
The bug economy is crazy. Look at there's caterpillars now.
Yeah, the diversity in bugs here is crazy.
The bugversity. There's a beetle. There's like 40,000 gnats and some bird shit. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, we're out here. The moon looks beautiful. I don't know. It's like, let's get B-roll of the moon. The sound. It's
People that
soak it in.
well, yeah. This is it. This is the world of Shy Guy.
This is it, man. I'm at home.
Crazy. Does it scare you at all that eventually you might leave here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's every hometown, no matter where you grow up.
It's interesting. It's like you've made this your world. In a sense,
this is my. This is my. I don't know. I feel like I own this place.
It's like
deep in my heart. I know every nook and cranny.
Yeah.
Like, look how far out we came just for
Zach
this.
was like he knew the spot off rip. Zach was like when we first drove through. He's like, yeah, I recorded that video there, this video there, and it's like. Oh no, I feel like.
And you think like even being in here, you gotta admit it's like. There's some sort of like weird vibe to it, where it just feels right.
But then what happens when you leave, you know?
I guess I just have to adapt. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the long form will be taken off and I'm able to change things up a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind changing things up a little bit.
Yeah. But
how do I change things up to a point where I enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like if I were to go like do cooking videos, how would I do cooking videos to a point where I enjoy it? You know?
Do you think on this question of being like a pure artist and compromising, I've thought of this and I'm not sure what the answer is yet. From your perspective, do you think it's possible to go from, let's say, pure artist, business, blah, blah, do your thing, and then swing back?
From artist to business to artist?
Yeah. And can that happen at any point? Or do you think you compromise bits and pieces of yourself to the point where you get caught up in it? It's an interesting thing I've thought about because I even think about like directors, you know? Maybe every once in a while they make a movie that's like a Netflix sellout show. But great directors always have those projects that they come back to. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you see this whole? It's something I'm still working on.
Well, I don't think
today.
like I think if you go from artist to all in business, 100% business side, it's gonna be really hard to come back.
Yeah.
But if you're like 50-50, yes, like people make their comebacks. Like that is such a like that one actor in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Like he was in the Indiana Jones movies. I mean, he didn't like sell out or do anything crazy, but he's a old guy now. Well, not old, like a middle-aged man now, and he came back and won an Oscar. You could come back and win an Oscar.
Sure.
I could win an Oscar. I don't know. You could always come back.
Sure.
But it's scary taking that transition.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have, I don't know, you're gonna have to do some weird things. Very uncomfortable things.
It's interesting. I think about like, do you ever watch Sneako's earliest videos?
Dude.
Do you know who Sneako is? Back in like 2020, 2019, he was making these super artistic videos. He was the only person that was making them, like video essays, like really well written things. They were so good. Like everyone, like I looked up to him, like Max looked up to him, Ryan. Everyone was like, he's doing something different. And then he got to the point where he wasn't making enough money to where he kind of went off the rails of like, he's off the rails right now. But this is kind of the story of like, he was alone in that. He, didn't feel support or something like he was the only person doing that. He looked around and looked at all these other creators and they were, treating it more like a business. They were making a lot more. And that's the moment where he started making videos about like everything's a hustle. And you kind of look through those videos and you see his perspective change. And now he's like where he's at, like fully off the rails, like full just like saying random crap to get clicks. Obviously not great for his reputation.
I don't think he can come back. He can't come back.
He can't come back.
There's no way.
But I always think that's such an interesting progression of like.
I think that comes down to like your values. Like he just got greedy, honestly. That's what it is. Like maybe he got a crazy opportunity. He obviously wasn't making a lot of money. Then he got a sketchy, crazy opportunity and took it, and then that money started flowing in, and then I feel like he probably just got addicted to that. So I think
also think is like a part of that is like he was the only person in that lane.
You
know what I mean?
I bet he was definitely pressured because he was like on his own little island.
Exactly.
And then he saw these people on this big thriving island over here.
Yeah.
And he felt left out. But that's the thing though, like think about if he like kept up with it.
You were legendary. Yeah.
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 It's I think the full on artist route, it's a big risk and a big investment. It's like dropping every paycheck in like a GameStop or whatever, like some super sketchy thing. And either it blows up and you get huge or whatever. Or just like,
But ultimately you're putting forth your best idea. Yeah. That's interesting.
That's how I see it. Yeah, it's like a build up. Because I know big things are coming. Like I trust myself that big things are coming. And maybe they don't, whatever. I'll get a real job then. I'll get a real job, whatever.
I think that's also why having other people and other peers to talk to about these things is so important. Because if you're the only person on that island, dude.
That's literally how it was for me.
Yeah.
Like before I went to my first camp event, it was literally just me and my friend, just the two of us. I didn't reach out to anybody, didn't talk to any other creators. I was fully capable of doing it, but I was like scared. And then I went to that event.
So why'd you end up reaching out? Because I know we talked, and I think you had reached out to me or something like that. Like, yeah, how did we originally meet? Was it through... Did I message you? Or
No, I DM'd you because I've been following you for a while. And then you were releasing your clothing, your Keep It Wholesome stuff. And and I wanted to start a little clothing thing. I've always been interested in it.
Peep the t-shirt.
Oh, peep the t-shirt.
Sneak peek.
I've always been interested in it, so I hit you up about that. Whatever, you were busy. You honestly, I don't think you replied for a while.
Dude, I definitely replied.
I think you replied, and then like you kind of, I think you left me for a little bit because
Really?
you were locked in, and then literally like a little bit after that, I saw like a YouTube post.
The
it was like
community tab post.
Yeah, the community, so random. Nobody looks at that stuff, and for some reason I saw that, and also in the Published Press newsletter, I saw the creator camp stuff, and I feel like I was kind of just gonna use it as like I'm gonna test my power with my follower account and see if I could get into this. So then I hit up Simon. I was like, "Yo, can I go?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure."
There you go. There you have it.
Oh, that's good promotion.
So you're kind of scared to reach out to people at first or like kind of make friends online, that sort of thing. Like, so then why were you like, I'm going to go to this event with like a ton of other creatives? Like what pushed you to do that? Because that's obviously kind of
I wanted to travel.
Yeah.
Oregon sounds so cool. And like, I don't know. I wasn't like, honestly, like, I feel like I'm a introvert around like groups of people like that. Like I wasn't like super hyped to meet all the people, but like I knew there's a few people going that I looked up to. So I was just like, whatever. And then I don't know, it just like went great. I met some good people.
And now Zach just came back from his Catskills.
New York.
In New York. A man's traveled the world, been around.
Dude, coast to coast.
That's insane.
Dude,
that's nuts. And you think about like that when we first met was last year's September. So it's kind of like or not September, it was like October maybe. You know, sometime in the fall. And it feels like it's been such a long time since then, but it really hasn't. Yeah, it hasn't even been a year since then, which I think is crazy. Where do you want to what's a message you have for yourself then in another year?
I hope that you have a more clear vision on what you want, because it's not that clear right now.
Yeah.
And I hope you did something that made you really uncomfortable, but it ended up working out well. And hopefully I fell in love.
Go hit this man. Well, Zach,
Should we do an outro?
we'll do a little outro here. Camera one. It's like Hot Ones with Sean Evans. Camera there, camera there.
So hot.
So, also, part of this video is we also are announcing a Patreon page where we're putting up a lot of resources for aspiring creators. We have workshops, we have extended cuts, and a lot more resources up there on the Creator Camp Patreon. Zach and I are going to yap for probably 30 more minutes on there, something like that. Do a little Q&A.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Do a little Q&A.
That's getting crazy.
But yeah, I think it's been really exciting, at least for myself, to bring back the podcast. Like I couldn't just do,
I don't know, it's been all right.
I couldn't do one episode then disappear forever. That's like that, even for me that's pretty
flaky.
low. So we're back, and with a bang. Mr. Shy Guy, what do you have to say to the people?
Thank you for having me. If you have a surplus of Magic the Gathering cards, please don't be afraid to DM me. I will respond. I might even pay you. I don't know.
This might work. Actually, there are definitely people.
I hope this works, dude.
Yeah. Awesome.
Be yourselves. Trust the process.
Stay creative.
Stay creative.
Let's go.